Okay, I'm ready. Hey guys, welcome to this mixer.
Well, this is fun, right?
It's fun. We're hanging out actually at Michael's house, and it looks like you've been invited to come and check out the ketone conversation. Hopefully you've tried some pure therapeutic ketones. Dustin, this is my friend Dustin, by the way. What's your favorite flavor?
What you're holding? I love raspberry lemonade. It's what I love the most. Oh, what?
It's Heart Tart, Dustin.
Heart
The
Tart?
best flavor that we have is Heart Tart for sure. So if you just tried some pure therapeutic ketones, shout out your favorite flavor. Was it Swiss Cacao? Was it Heart Tart? Maybe it was Maui Punch or Splash. We're super excited that you've come to check it out. We've got ketones. You got ketones?
Of course.
Awesome. So my name is Natalie Kilborn. I live in the amazing place of Missouri, and I found out about pure therapeutic ketones about 2.5 years ago. And I am a mom. How many moms are out there? I've got 2 daughters, and I was still carrying around some baby weight, Dustin.
How old are your daughters?
My baby's 13. Okay, it doesn't matter. It was baby weight, all right? And I started taking pure therapeutic ketones. I started changing some things about my diet. I started paying attention to what I was fueling my body with, and I've lost 18 pounds. Woo! I'm sleeping so much better. I feel awesome. It's been amazing for me to be able to keep up with my girls. Like throughout the day, I have energy. I sleep like a dad at night. Oh, I'm sleeping like a dad these days. And it's been absolutely awesome. What's been your experience, Dustin, on pure therapeutic ketones?
Well, the biggest thing before, I had a hard time getting up and on the floor. I'm an old athlete. I beat myself up. I wore myself out, and it was a challenge getting up and off the floor.
Yeah.
And also, I noticed that I was a little snappy under stress. I noticed that my mood was a little bit off. And so, since drinking Keto Max and pure therapeutic ketones, I can get up and down off the floor with my little ones. I have really young children, so I want to stay young and be able to play ball with them when they get older. I want to have fun with them older, and that excites me the most. But probably the biggest difference I notice is that my mood has shifted so much. I just have this clarity and the stable energy all day long that I'm now able to communicate with my wife better, my kids better, and my family better. So that excites me the most about what it's done for me. That's
awesome. So pure therapeutic ketones, when I heard the word ketones, Dustin, I had never ever heard the word before. So if you're hanging out in this mixer and you think like, I have no idea what they're talking about, that was me too. So what are ketones and how do they work in our body?
Well, yeah, for 20 years I've been studying the human body for performance aspects, and ketones are really, really important. And basically they're an energy source for your body. Now, prior to this unbelievable tasteful flavors of product that we have, the only way to get into ketosis, you had to do a really strict diet or never eat food, maybe 3-4 times a week.
Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that. And so what happens, your body eats your own fat and turns into ketones. Well, now we get to drink ketones, and it's a food for your cell, it's a food for your body that provides mental clarity, focus, energy, better sleep, better mood, and also helps you with fat metabolism. So if you want to shred up a little bit, you want to lean out a little bit. And then the other cool thing is it helps maintain your muscle mass. So if you're an athlete, you can utilize this as a performance tool, which is great.
Awesome, awesome. So how do I drink it? What would a day look like? If I am saying like, all right, I'm into this, I want to get some pure therapeutic ketones, what would that look like?
Well, first off, the easy, you just mix it in water and ice, like you've tasted already. Shake it up. But you have 1 to 2 servings a day.
Okay.
1 is therapeutic, 2 is optimized. And you have 1 a day. Most people have it mid-morning or mid-afternoon. Kind of whenever you feel like you either have that letdown in the afternoon, a lot of people notice that tired, that crashing in the afternoon, or you wake up kind of sluggish and tired, or maybe sore or stiff.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to have in the morning. And then the simple tips are just, hey, if you're not as hungry, don't eat as much. If you're not craving as much carbs and sugars, eat less. And really just enjoy the day. Drink it over 30 minutes and have fun with it all. Pick your flavor, enjoy it, and watch what's going to happen to your body over the next 30, 60 days. You're going to watch your life completely change.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let me ask you this question too. There's so many different types of people who are watching this, right? We've got people that are mature, we've got young people, we've got moms, we've got dads, we've got people from all different backgrounds and all different challenges inside of their bodies. Like, who are ketones really, really great for?
Well, we actually give it to our 1 and our 3-year-old for a lot of amazing reasons, but we want them to have this unbelievable fuel source. But as you get older, it doesn't matter what age it is. If you're looking for that clarity, that focus, or that brain power, it's really important for you. So if you have a teenager at home that wants to improve behaviors or do better in school, if you're a mom or a dad that wants to have stable energy all day long, maybe lose some body fat or stay strong, it's great for them. What's really, really neat is when you start looking at it from the aging population like my mom, it's completely transformed her life. Wow. Because she has to make up all the years of bad nutrition and lack of activity. So it's an unbelievable brain fuel for all of us, but really see some amazing things with that aging population. And of course, being in sports, athletes love this product, and there's so many high-level athletes that use it already. And they get it, and they notice it as like a performance tool, but they also see it as a huge recovery tool. So really everybody can drink it at any age, and you just gotta find your flavor and what path you wanna take.
That's the coolest thing ever. It doesn't matter if you're young or old or where you're coming from in your health. Everybody gets to benefit from mood, energy, sleep, focus, and fat loss, which is super, super cool. So there's all kinds of different people checking out the video that maybe have some challenges in their health, maybe some conditions. What would you say about that?
Well, you know, we live in a world where people unfortunately aren't that well, and it's sad, but that's kind of the world we're living in, and people are dealing with life circumstances, whatever that challenge might be. What's really cool about pure therapeutic ketones is that everybody needs them. No matter how old you are or where you are in your life, you need ketones to maximize your potential, to maximize your life, to maximize your future. And so if you have some challenges, the most important thing to realize is that the person's house that you're at right now, it's not their job or their responsibility to treat your conditions whatsoever, or to take anything and tell you what you need to do that's gonna solve your condition or your challenge. We have tools. We have tools that are provided for you. Facebook.com/justproveit. Unbelievable videos. We have a really cool Keto U video on proveitnow.com/Keto U. We have a YouTube channel that has a bunch of videos on there. So there's tons of resources for you to get the information by high-level professionals if you're dealing with the challenge. So please don't beat up the person you're here with. They don't know the answers, and more importantly, they shouldn't say anything. This is about feeling better and moving your life in a better place. Let our tools do the work for you.
Awesome, awesome. So if you're at the mixer, we highly encourage you, make a decision and grab some ketones. If you want to feel better, look better, be the best you, it's time to make a decision for ketones. So pick a flavor, high five the person who invited you, and let's go.
Yeah, and I would just say this, Nat, is that, you know, if you commit to 60, 90 days, this product will change your life, and more importantly, change somebody's life that you care a lot about. You may try a 5 or 10 day just to experience different flavors for a few days, but I would just say commit to this, and you'll recognize your life changing in a very fast way.
You might need a name tag.
You might need a
name tag because you won't recognize yourself in 90 days if you really commit to this.
And so now you always talk about, like, hey, if you don't want to hear the next portion of it, you're supposed to plug your ears.
Yeah.
You want to say that now?
Yeah. So we're going to talk about one of the coolest things about this is sharing the ketone conversation with others. Because when I lost that baby fat, I started feeling absolutely amazing. When my husband started having amazing personal results with some of the challenges he has with his back, like, I couldn't stop talking about it because I knew a lot of people who wanted to pursue better. And so one of the coolest things is we have a rewards plan that goes along with sharing pure therapeutic ketones with other people. And the coolest thing is that's not for everybody. We absolutely adore customers. We love people who just want to get pure therapeutic ketones. So I'll challenge you one of two ways. One, you're just a customer and you want to get some pure therapeutic ketones, see how you feel, see what you feel, experience better mood, sleep, energy, focus, and fat loss. So that's person number one. Person number two, Dustin, my favorite. Do you know that you can get ketones for free? When they're free, they taste better. When they're free, they taste better. You can grab yourself some free ketones by sharing it with 2 people that get on SmartShip, and therefore you get Prove It bucks, which is absolutely awesome. You can use those for free ketones coming into your home month after month after month. So those are the first 2 types of people. Person number 3, they're interested in the ketone conversation. And so we're gonna talk a little bit about that now.
So hold tight. You're gonna get to meet a good friend of ours. He's gonna help Natalie introduce the conversation to you all. So thanks for listening in. We appreciate your time, and get some product in your hands.
Let's go downstairs. I think he's downstairs. We just came out the elevator. We were in your basement. I know it's kind of weird that you have an elevator in your kitchen, but I mean, it's big time over here. It's big time.
If you don't have an elevator in your kitchen from underneath the sink, then
Good luck with that. So we're back. I'm still Natalie. This is my friend Michael Rutherford. We are actually in his kitchen, and we're here to talk about sharing the ketone conversation with your buddies. So Number one, real quick, what's been your experience taking and experiencing pure therapeutic ketones?
Good question. It's funny. Probably like many of you, you got invited to somebody's living room. You're not in my living room, we're in my kitchen. So you're probably chilling in some person's kitchen. Maybe they dragged you by the collar from a Starbucks or at a Home Depot and it's like, bro, come over tomorrow. Don't worry, nobody's asking you for a donation. You're not joining a new religion, or you're signing up to sell candles or, I don't know, plates or something. But like you, I got an invitation and a text from a good friend, Brian Underwood is the CEO of Proven, and he goes, yo, bro. We're both hillbillies, so we talk like that. Yo, bro, what do you know about ketones? I'm like, nothing. And at the time, and before I started drinking the product, I was 40, 50, almost 60 pounds overweight. Dustin would say 70 pounds, but he's not that nice. So I was way fatter than I knew that I was, but I just knew I didn't feel very good. I had a newborn baby, and if you've ever like tried to bounce a newborn baby from a sitting position, doesn't work. So I was a tired guy. I just physically didn't feel that good, and I just was lethargic. So I started drinking Keto Max, Keto OS, and I just started feeling significantly better. My brain lit up the very first day. I felt off the charts. So I don't know if it's day 1, day 3, day 5, day 35, where you're gonna realize that living in a world where your brain has ketones in it is a significant difference than it was when it was full of carbohydrates and sugars and stuff. So I got rid of some body fat, I gained a ton of focus, clarity, better sleep. I just feel better. Like good old fashioned feel better is how everything changed for me. And then over time, pretty quick I felt better. So all my buddies were kind of like me in their 30s, newborn kids, felt like crap. And samples just started flying out of my hands. People started drinking them because I think people share things they like.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like people share things that they like. And the sharing of this became really natural to me. I don't think you need to be an entrepreneur to recognize ketones are awesome. None of your friends have any. And if you can A, get free ones if you share them, and B, make some extra rewards by additionally sharing them, hello, let's go.
Yeah.
So like that became really natural to me and really authentic to me. And it just started growing, and we started kind of doing these, this is the 3rd mixer video we've made in the 3 years, nearing 3 years we've been, sharing ketones, and it's been kind of wild to watch it expand. And if you want to know the truth, we've been asking Natalie to come to San Diego for 3 years. Today's first day.
So in sharing the ketone conversation, right, we talk about community-based marketing. Some people have never heard that term before. What is community-based marketing? Why is it so special? And what kind of makes us different?
One of the really neat things, I would say, I'll answer the second part first. What makes us different is we lead with education. A big part of what we do, not this setting right now, but at any given day, there's more people in the living room that you're sitting in talking and learning and sharing about ketones than are in any other living room in the city that you live in or the state that you live in.
Right.
Most of the other neighbors that you live near, or maybe you're at a coffee shop or outside of a Piggly Wiggly or a VFW or something, I don't know where y'all live, but wherever you're collaborating and meeting right now, everyone else around you is sucking down lots of glucose.
Right.
And chances are pretty good if there's 3 of you or 30 of you right now having a powwow about ketones, it's the largest collection of people drinking ketones learning. So it's not about selling, it's not about heavy-handed selling or pitching people what we're doing. It's about education and an experience. Does that make sense? Brian Underwood didn't sell me this. He created curiosity, invited me to learn about it, and I got an education. Invited me to try it, I had an experience. So my education and my experience, nothing, no matter what anybody said to me, wasn't going to change that. I knew what I felt, and I knew what I now know, or I knew what I learned. Yeah. And then it became really natural to go share that with people. And I didn't have to be an expert for you to feel a good experience. I didn't have to be an expert for Dustin to feel a good experience. 100%. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. So I think the coolest thing is inviting people to experience ketones for yourself. Like, this really is as great as you'd hoped it would be. And right. I don't have to be the expert in knowing anything about ketones or ketosis. Number one, we have all the resources and all the tools to be the expert. Number two, all I am doing is saying, Michael, drink this, put this in your body, you experience it for yourself. And now he's coming back to me saying, Nat, what is that? How do I get more? Like, what's happening? Like, whoa, right? So it's not about being the expert, which I'm a stay-at-home mom with no college degree. I never heard the word ketones before Nick called me that day. And we've got a big, cranking, awesome business that is helping a lot of families and changing a lot of lives. Not because in that living room I was the expert or I knew what was going on. It was because I just said yes and then said,
right.
drink this, drink this, drink this. Oh, you had a great experience? Great. Talk to my friend. Oh, you have a question about that? Awesome. Watch this video. Oh, you have a great question? Hey, check out the corporate Facebook page. There's a great resource on there. So talk about somebody that's never done this. They're wondering like, okay, what does it really look like to build a business here with us? What does that look like?
I would say generally care more about people than you care about what people think about you.
Amen.
Because, come on, it is Sunday, by the way, while we're filming this. So, little amen. So, care more about people than you care about what people think about you, because Brian was my friend, so he texted me and said, yo, bro, what do you know about ketones or ketosis? Well, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And he didn't know what my weight was. He didn't know what my sleep was or what my energy was. He's just my friend and he cares about me. And he reached out, and he was not connected to what the outcome might have been, but other than just reaching out, and you never know. So I was open, I was curious, my awareness was raised, I got an education, and then I got an experience. So I would say the main thing is to just care more about people than you care what people think about you, and kind of let your imagination run wild a little bit about what this might do. Somebody in your family, probably you, probably whoever you sleep next to or you toss and turn next to, a lot of people don't sleep very well, whoever you woke up this morning next to restlessly because neither of you slept very well, you know, that person deserves to learn about what this is. For hundreds of years, ketones have been fueling people's brains. Just a really, really select group of people, biohackers and high-level athletes and, you know, people with significant NASA astronauts and stuff like that. And now, finally, for the first time, you have the benefits of drinking ketones in a drink. Watch this. I'm going to get into therapeutic ketosis. This could be Keystone beers or pure ketones. You don't know the difference because I swallow them equally as, like the swallowing of ketones is the same effort of the swallowing of like a, I don't know, a Jack and Coke or something. Now I'm in ketosis. None of my neighbors are. So the really powerful thing is like if you have ambition, if you care about people, whether that ambition is built because you care about people feeling better or because you had a really good experience and you just want to go share it with the world and kind of scream it from the rooftops, that's kind of on you. Do it with it kind of what you want. But that's what you did as a dad of, at the time, 1 kid, now I have 3 kids. And as a mom of 2 kids, she still has 2 kids. No new ones as far as we're aware.
Factory is shut.
But it's really cool to watch other families, moms and dads, just authentically care about others. And it's a combination of, you know, supporting and helping people in their quest for better, a combination of having fun and working with your friends and also earning rewards and turning this into a full-blown, you know, rewards engine. And we have this whole ecosystem that you'll learn about. We have better magazines that you can kind of learn about the technical nature of how this works, why it works. We have really cool Inspire On videos that kind of chronicle people's stories that are just normal human beings. They're not, you know, LeBron James necessarily. They're just some lady from, you know, Missouri or some dude from Texas or some kid from such and such. And they've had really unbelievable experiences and metamorphoses almost drinking, you know, keto. And it's wild because the person that invited them to it didn't know that ahead of time. So, I mean, I would just kind of turn down the skepticism a little bit, maintain it, be cautiously optimistic. Don't crush the person, whoever's thinking house you're at. They don't know. They're just fired up. They're nervous as all get out that you're there and you're fixing to ask them something technical and they're going to go, I don't know. You know, and they're going to like...
Elevator. They're going to take the elevator down.
What'd you think of that squat? They don't know, right? So just try not to crush them too much. The goal of this video is to say, look, we're having a lot of fun. This is what you hope it is. Get the darn stuff. Share it at least. And for those of you that, you know, have some ambition in your life that you want to serve other people and go on an adventure with us, you guys, this is that. It's cool. So there's a lot of really cool potential outcomes. To me, it's more about an experience. Get an education, get an experience, both an experience with the product and experience with the community. We call it community-based marketing because it's people who are having an experience drinking the product actually sharing it. It isn't selling it on the internet from some website you're never going to learn from who it is or putting it on the shelf of a store. It's about real people who have a good experience on the product and say, you know what, I want to share it with you because I love you and I care about you and I'd love for you to be aware of it. Does that make sense? Awareness, education, experience. That's kind of it. If you can do those things, this thing will go bonkers.
Right. And we already heard, like, person number 1, you just want to grab ketones. You want to start drinking them. You want to feel better. Person number 2, you want to get your ketones for free, which is absolutely awesome. We have that 2 for free program that you can check out. Person number 3, you're like Michael and I, and you're like, I wonder if I could do this. I wonder if I could send my kid to the school they want to go to. I wonder if I could stop struggling to pay for cheer stuff or the soccer cleats. I wonder if my kid could go to college someday and I could pay for it and they could go debt free, right? All of those things that you're wondering, like, get your questions answered. Talk to somebody who's a little further down the road than you are.
Like a relay race.
Yes. So ask to be introduced to somebody that you can ask your questions to about our rewards plan, about what this is all about, to share the ketone conversation. And at the end of the day, like, jump. Like, sometimes the most epic journeys and best adventures happen when you just say yes and you just go. Like, when I started, I had no idea what this could be or might be or actually is now 2.5 years later. I just took this like wild flying cannonball leap in and I was like, I know how this makes me feel and this is gonna be super, super awesome. And I just jumped. And the coolest thing was we have the support team, we have the resources, we have everything that you need to be really surrounded by support to have great success here. So if y'all are ready to go, let us be the very first people to say, welcome to Prove It.
Woohoo! Let's go. Thanks for chilling for a little bit. Have fun. Host your next mixer. When are you gonna do yours? That's the key. Huh?
Right?
Just play the video. Just play the video, shake up samples, and then whoever's in is in, whoever is not isn't. It's fine. No worries. Let's go.
Okay, should we take the elevator out?
Elevator out?
Yeah.
You take the elevator, I'm gonna take a canoe.
Okay.